Shalom Yasharallah. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to all you Akim out there on the highways and the byways pushing this truth diligently. I wanted to bring out this book called Occupied America. There's the author down there at the bottom. I just wanted to bring out a quick paragraph out of the second chapter, getting on the history of the Alamo. It says, colonial domination in Texas did not rely solely on the use of violence. So, colonial domination, meaning, the domination of the colonies, the colonies bearing rule over Texas. It did not rely solely on violence, even though, clearly violence was a heavy part in occupying America, and Texas. These Edomites went ahead and tried to justify their cause by whitewashing history and making terms like remember the Alamo and trying to justify their wickedness, man. It says, the support of the majority was essential. The state maintained social control through the formation of an ideology. So like I said, they formed these ideas to help maintain that social control that upheld the values and goals of the new society. It rationalized the privilege of commercial, agrarian, and other special interests. The state institutionalized racism and justified discrimination toward Mexicans. But it was actually toward racism and discrimination, and these ideas were actually pushed towards all of the 12 tribes, not just Issachar. Because that Jeremiah 50 and 33 says that the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. It says, institutions such as schools and churches and myth makers such as historians reinforced and legitimated a multi-tiered society based on class and race. Multi-tiered meaning levels or layers. So basically what that's saying, in other words, it's saying schools and churches and myth makers such as historians, they went ahead and like I was saying, they whitewashed history, and they built levels like a pyramid, and they set themselves on top. So I'm going to go ahead and get a couple precepts out of here to tie this in with the Bible, because every book we read, every source of knowledge needs to tie in with the scripture to be valid. Because like it was saying, they whitewashed history. So you can't just read a book and expect everything to be true in that book. You have to tie it in with the scripture, because that's where the source of all knowledge comes from. This is Job chapter 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Like it just read, they multi-tiered society based on class and race. So they built this pyramid and set themselves on top, so the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, which is the so-called white man, which biblically is Esau, Edom. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof, if not, wherein who is he? So like we're saying, he whitewashed history, and he even put that image of that fake image of the Lord up that we got that hangs up in most of our people's houses out of these Catholic churches, that picture of Cesare. They whitewashed history, and they did it to build themselves, make themselves the superior race. I'll get another precept. And if this is your first time stumbling upon these videos, you'll know that that's a fake image if you go ahead and read Revelations chapter 1 and verses 13 through 15. Because the Lord was not a so-called white man. And the biblical Hebrew Israelites consists of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All these curses fell upon them, which are prophesied in the Holy Scripture. Even the slave trade and the occupying of America. This is Maccabees chapter 4 and verse 48. First Maccabees. And laid open the book of the law, wherein ye heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. So they laid open the book of the law, and they basically, whitewashed history in the churches, in the history books in the schools. They set themselves on top, making themselves the superior race, but you're going to be brought down, man. You ain't going to be on the top forever. Let me grab a couple more precepts to back up that point, and then I'll close. This is Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. So though they exalt themselves up high like that, the Lord's gonna bring them down. Let me grab another precept. I forgot where it was for a second. Second Esdras, chapter 6, and verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of that which followeth? So he's asking, when will the end of the world be, basically. And he said, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. And you can find that in Genesis 25 and 26. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of that which followeth. So that whole thing of him grabbing the heel was symbolic, because Esau is the end of the world. So this end, it's the end of your tyranny, Esau. You, like I said, you built this pyramid and put yourself on top, but the end of your world is at hand, and the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So I hope this information is edifying. That I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, and Shalom, Akyam.